No. Minimum wage is $8.60 an hour.
Walmart may be known for its variety and savings, but secrets are lurking behind that big, giant W. Here are 15 secrets Walmart doesn't want you to know. Walmart is killing small towns.
Now, how long were you living in the Walmart?
Let's face it, Walmart isn't your friendly, small, local mom-and-pop shop that wants to introduce you to locally sourced products. They are the giant elephant that comes to small towns and destroys everything in its path. Walmart has a monopoly like no other. Their cheap prices and large variety of items make them a go-to store for many people. This completely destroys smaller local shops that simply can't compete with Walmart's low-cost items. Sadly, Walmart has been destroying small businesses for decades by stealing customers with better pricing and more variety. Not only is the superstore the reason smaller brands shut down, but they're also stealing jobs by having everything made overseas. All these small shops that are getting shut down result in lost jobs not only in the retail sector, but for local manufacturers as well. It's the classic tale of David versus Goliath, and unlike the fable, right now, Goliath is winning. They want to listen to everything you say.
Ask again and you'll be down to 8 lives.
Walmart is hopping on the eavesdropping train just like Alexa, Siri, Google, and many other brands have been doing. They recently patented a product which is designed to work like a hidden microphone and can be used for listening in on people talking within shopping locations. This is basically Walmart trying to find a loophole to install hidden microphones throughout their stores.
What should I do? Please pass the butter!
While this patented device is still just a prototype, once fully operational, it will allow Walmart to place hundreds of microphones throughout their stores to be able to listen in on all conversations and speech that happens within their locations. While this will be primarily used for figuring out shopping habits and people's comments about certain products, they will also very likely stumble across a lot of sensitive information along the way as well. Walmart failed in certain regions.
With shopping convenience at such low prices.
The department store giant sells over 75 million products every single year, but this doesn't mean that the company's always successful. Walmart tried opening stores in some European countries and failed miserably. Walmart decided to close its stores in Germany after they ended up losing over $1 billion. Most people believe that the reason Walmart failed in Germany was due to them not wanting to adapt to German work culture, such as their unions. They also didn't want to raise their prices, which caused local shop owners in Germany to complain about the massive unfair competition. While this is also a huge problem with Walmart in the USA, the brand clearly didn't stand a chance in Germany. Similar failures happened for Walmart in Japan and South Korea, where they ended up closing their stores as well. They started as a small shop.
Donna, I can't. Erica's my best friend.
Walmart locations are massive. In fact, most stores, on average, are about 179,000 square feet. That's over 3 times the square footage of an average football field. Seeing how big Walmart is today makes it incredibly difficult to look back to when they were just starting out. But they did start small, like most businesses do.
No, money.
In fact, Walmart first started out as a 5 and dime shop in Arkansas. The tiny shop where it all began still remains standing to this day, but instead of being a small shop, it's now a museum about the history of Walmart. So the next time you think of Walmart's more than $600 billion in annual sales, remember that they started off tiny and grew to become a retail behemoth. You can get a gift card by complaining.
Getting a gift card is almost an insult. Like they trying to say I'm not responsible.
Did you know that you can actually get rewarded for complaining at Walmart? That's right, employees have come together and shared this valuable information online for the whole world to know. If you had a displeasing experience at a Walmart, tried to get help and couldn't find anyone, or just had any bad experience of any kind, complaining to a manager can result in you receiving a gift card. Now, keep in mind that you'll need to complain in a nice and kind way. Going all Karen on the manager most likely won't get you a gift card. But if you complain about the incident in a kind way, there's a chance you could be given a gift card for up to $50 in value. New to Babbletop? Then how about hitting that subscribe button? It's easier than going through self-checkout. Thanks. They use Undercover security.
You look like you're up to something.
Depending on your local Walmart's location, you may or may not have seen security at the front doors. But if you do see security, it's always at the front and only 1 or 2 guards, never more. But customers aren't seeing the full scope of the security staff members. Walmart doesn't want you knowing this, but they actually hire undercover security guards that dress in casual clothes and walk around pretending to shop.
Looks like Paul Blart turned into quite the badass.
Whoa. Relax.
You've most likely crossed paths with some of their undercover security guards at least once while visiting your local Walmart without even knowing it. They're tasked with keeping everything calm and making sure nothing gets stolen. Employees aren't properly trained.
This is America.
One thing Walmart never wants you to know is that their staff is barely trained. In fact, it's been shared online that Walmart employees often know nothing about the department they work in. Most employees have received 0 training on handling those products, and you most likely have more information about the products than the employees do. Walmart employees are expected to learn as they go and have very little guidance. Walmart likes to treat their employees quite poorly, but throwing them in the lion's den with no prior training is one of the worst things they do. In fact, many Walmart employees shared online that they know so little about their departments that if you ask them for something, they'll often say they'll check with a supervisor and go for a break instead. Walmart hates unions.
No union better mess with my family.
Unions are a way for employees to get fair pay and fair treatment. They're there to help ensure that workers are treated fairly no matter what. Walmart hates unions and does everything they can in order to prevent them from operating within their corporation. If employees were to get a union set up, they could fight for better pay, better benefits, and all-around better working conditions.
Nobody screws with the union.
In fact, Walmart hates the thought of unions so much that they have a hotline set up that anyone can call to report any talk of employees trying to unionize. Even worse, Walmart actually hired an anti-union response team so they can be prepared in the event that employees were to ever get organized. It really says a lot about a company when they are that scared of their employees getting a voice. December and July have the best toy deals.
What's fun about playing with a building?
When shopping for your little ones, the first place that many check is Walmart. They have a large variety of toys and games for all ages, and best of all, they have really low prices. However, you can save even more dollar bills when shopping at the best times. That's right, even though Walmart already has huge discounts year-round, you can save even more on toys when shopping during December or July. According to the Crazy Coupon Lady, a woman who reviews big savings opportunities, those are the 2 months during the year when toys have their biggest discounts at the superstore. In fact, you can often find toys at up to 75% off when shopping at Walmart during December and July. So try keeping your toy shopping for those months and you'll save big. Top corporate polluters.
Nothing is going to get better.
Pollution has become a serious topic over the past decade. While everyone worldwide is trying to pitch in by reducing the amount of pollution they create, Walmart, on the other hand, is contributing like crazy to the global pollution crisis, but in a negative way. That's right, Walmart was voted the #1 corporate polluter in the world in 2021 due to their shipping practices. The way they ship their products generates a ton of pollution.
Captain Pollution!
In 2019, USA imports created over 3.7 million metric tons of carbon monoxide. To give you a little idea about how much pollution that is, it's about the same amount of pollution that a coal-fired power plant would produce during any given year. Now, keep in mind, that's Walmart's pollution for US imports only, and isn't even considering all other pollution aspects of their business, such as imports in other countries, or the pollution created at their physical store locations. Stealing wages.
If I did steal it, I'd tell you to your face and then I'd steal it more.
Theft is something that occurs every day at Walmart stores across the world. Forgotten items left under the shopping cart, missed scanned items, and just regular old shoplifters. These things happen all the time. But the worst theft of all is the one that happens from behind the corporate desk. Walmart stealing money from their employees. Wage theft has been a serious issue at Walmart for decades and continues to be a serious problem. Walmart has actually been found guilty of forcing employees to work unpaid overtime, skip their lunch breaks, and multiple other shady tactics that reduce employee freedom and rob them of their hard-earned income. In 2018, Walmart was forced to pay back billions of dollars in wage theft penalties that they accrued over several years. Walmart even forced their employees to pay $50 for their uniforms, which generated the corporation nearly $100 million in extra revenue. They don't pay their employees enough.
And if you think I'm going to lose a $500,000 payday…
The Walton family, the owners of Walmart, keep getting richer every year. In fact, in 2018 alone, they added over $11 billion to their family's net worth. That impressive amount of yearly income means they should be able to pay their staff amazing salaries, right? Wrong. They choose not to split their earnings in a way that would be more equitable.
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
While Walmart employees worldwide are struggling to get fair and decent compensation, the Waltons just keep piling up the money. In fact, Walmart could very easily use tax cuts alone to bring employee salaries to above $15 per hour as a starting point. But the Waltons have no interest in doing so. In fact, they recently released $20 billion in dividends. That's billion with a B to their shareholders. Yet no significant pay increases for any of their employees. Hello, greed. Child labor and sweatshops.
It's not like a tampon commercial, okay? It's a real thing.
There's a long-standing myth that Walmart uses child labor and sweatshops to be able to provide such incredibly low prices. Well, guess what? It's not a myth. Walmart actually uses sweatshops that employ women and young children in third-world countries to source their products for very low prices. Back in 2013, a garment factory in Bangladesh collapsed, which resulted in over 1,100 people losing their lives. The #1 client for that factory was Walmart. Hundreds of girls that worked inside of that factory were as young as 13 years old. The working conditions in these shops are terrible. Forced unpaid overtime every single day, no air conditioning, which causes mass heat strokes, fainting, and so much more. Something to think about the next time you buy that $5 Walmart shirt and feel great about getting a deal. Prison labor.
Prison is cool, but nobody watches me pee quite like Mother.
Child labor and terrible work conditions overseas isn't the only way Walmart saves a few dollars. They also use prisoners to make the clothing you wear. Prisons in the United States are privately owned and are for-profit businesses. And part of that profit is gained by utilizing their prisoners as much as they can.
We have to get you out of here.
These prisons also benefit from longer sentences. In what seems like the most unfair system ever created, incredibly long prison sentences are issued in the USA and prisoners are forced to work. But it gets worse. It's corporations like Walmart that employ them. Using third-party shell companies to avoid bad PR, Walmart basically uses prison labor by paying them a mere $2 per hour to harvest food in scorching hot fields day in and day out. No sunscreen, water, or food is provided either. No long lines policy.
Brits do love a queue.
One of Walmart's biggest secrets that they don't want you to know about is that you can actually request that a new register be opened if your line is too long. That's right, Walmart has a policy that states any given line cannot be over 3 customers long. So if you're the 4th person waiting in line, you could walk up to another register and request a cashier to come process your order. In fact, the employees are not allowed to refuse anyone if asked to open up another register, and doing so could result in that employee getting fired. Some people said they like requesting for a new register to be open as soon as they walk into the Walmart store. So by the time they're done their shopping, the lines are already empty from the much faster service. Great idea worth trying the next time you're in a rush at Walmart. Stick around, leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and tap or click on another great video.